Hey everyone, it's Armstrong here from Ada Miniatures, and today I'm gonna be converting this into this. So today I have a odd problem because, I have too many good choices, a yellow car, and then two great looking cars. But at the end of the day, I decided to go for this Honda Prelude. Because I have somewhat a weird idea again. I'm sorry, but for a change I actually have parts prepared, some of them anyway. So I was thinking, I have this cannon from the tank that I bastardized last time. So I was thinking, why not a car with a tank cannon on top? Of course I want to cut off this bit here. I do not like it. And then, I was thinking, if we already have a cannon, why not a jet engine? So giant jet engines. And then I thought to myself, I have those tracks from the car which I, killed in the same video. So I decided to, maybe throw some tracks on it. Come on, stand up. And of course, I have assortment of other little bits and pieces in here that I picked up, but the fun thing is this, that I actually, for a change, have a plan of attack, and we ain't gonna have to struggle with me constantly turning off the video to jump into looking for pieces. So let's just cut off this back barrel. Probably would be easier with a saw, but yeah, well, that was easy anyway. So let's just clean this up. So you can see that it is cut off, and now I just want to put a little bit of some sort of plastic card on the back. This diamond plating gonna be probably perfect. And yes, Wasteland Raceway remind me what this material is called. It is a diamond plating. And I was about 50-50 sure that I'm gonna forget before the next video, but I didn't. So hooray to me, and thank you, Wasteland Raceway. I almost said Gaslands Raceway again. So come on. Oh, this is so bad. Fresh super glue and stock. On stock, I think. Maybe. Alright. I think that I got it. That's the thing with the Gaslands projects. They are so small that they usually never use this small tube of super glue. So even this excuse doesn't really work very well. Alright, and now I have this barrel which is open on the bottom, which doesn't look very well. Wait, I'm just gonna move the camera a little bit higher so you can see some more mess on my desk. Okay, I ain't gonna be jumping away from the viewer so much. And now I could just glue something on the bottom, just to, I don't know, finish it, because open barrel doesn't look too good for me. Of course this is just what they did for casting, for ease of it. But alright, I will wait for this to dry, and in the meantime I'm gonna start on the tracks. So what I did to the tracks was actually thin them out, and then I sand them so they look better, because they were a bit thicker. Some of them was like under a angle, which was a little bit problematic. And I was thinking, I'm gonna cut out the wheels of the car, but again, there's no point. The wheels do not create a problem with that build. So I'm gonna leave them in place. Of course, when it's gonna roll around, on the back, if you want to leave a rack on the table, you're gonna see them, but otherwise, you know, they are completely covered by the tracks. Yeah, and if I remove the wheels, there's gonna be a huge gap behind the tracks. So, you know, this is, in my opinion, a much better option. Yeah, because I was thinking about fitting them inside of the wheel wells, but they won't fit inside of them. It just, there's not enough space in there. Oh, come on. Did it took at all? Oh. Okay. For some reason this didn't contact at all. So let's just remove this and you know, my plan was brilliant, but when you don't have a glue on your track and on your piece, it just simply do not connect. So there we go. And hopefully now, okay, I feel the grip straight away. So yeah, there we go, first track applied. It, in my opinion, it looks good. Yeah, so now I need to do exactly the same for the other three wheels, I mean, sorry. Oh, okay, that's because the wheel was sticking out. That's the reason. And sorry for the shaking. Yeah, all right, this little bit of damage there is okay. And now the hardest part of the entire build, try to align the tracks to look somewhat symmetrical. Oh. All right, that's fine. And again, the back wheel. Like, I want to damage the paint job as little as possible because I like yellow. Oh, look at that. This track is moving around. Okay, I need to fix it to the body. Come on, don't mess with me. And now I have both sides somewhat done, so a lot of super glue and hope for the best. One and the other. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be stuck to my mat. So let's just remove it. Oh, it's still turning. Oh. Alright, in the worst case scenario, I'm gonna have one track that rotates. Yeah, but this is done. And this is almost done. I just need to grab scissors. There we go. There we go. And now this is, I think, relevantly fresh blade. Yep. So I done this part just to finish off the barrel. I didn't want it to be open on the bottom. I don't know if anyone gonna be paying this much attention to it, but you know, I've been critical of other people's work in the past, and you know, I just don't want to be critical about others and, you know, do big skips on my own work. So now this, and I don't know, there is some contact points for the cannon, but again, sanding ain't gonna hurt anyone. They think that it's gonna contact somewhere here or maybe here, so all over the place just to get some contacts. Oh, okay, it gripped. There we go. So yeah, bit ridiculous, but I love it. That was the entire idea, and I got this little 3D printed, I think it was a jet engine, but I just got rid of some of the side pieces and I flattened it out a little bit, and I'm gonna use it as a hood scoop. So there we go, clean it up, put some super glue on the hood, and put it the other way around that it should be, and I have a nice scoop, yeah, and it's relevantly straight. And again, jet engines, yeah, those jet engines are casted from one of the Hot Wheels cars that I have. Yeah, it's one of those futuristic, I don't remember the name of it because I casted this ages ago with Orimaru or whatever you call it, the blue stuff. In my case it is actually white because I think that I ordered it from Japan like years ago. But it's exactly the same stuff that other people are using that is called blue stuff now. Alright, that's gonna be fine. So, there we go, come on. So we have jet engine, road, tank, I don't know. It's silly, it's ridiculous, and it's exactly what it's supposed to be. Oh, this is just a piece of plastic card. I have this piece. Like, I haven't used any of that really in here, so maybe I'm just gonna cover part of the hood with it. Maybe half of it. Yeah, something like that. It's gonna give extra texture, and we know that more texture is good for dry brushing. This is just super glue accelerant in a stick because for some reason nobody in Ireland, on Amazon at least, is selling super glue spray accelerant, which is ridiculous. Like, I cannot get super glue spray accelerant, I cannot get a weld-on tree for my scratch build projects, nothing, since the UK left for Brexit, which was the complete right. Ireland got cut out of plenty of supplies, which is painful. Yeah. So now I just need to deal with it. Like, I think that I was looking at Weldon on Amazon, and prices from Britain was like tenner for a big bottle, and then I looked at the eBay, and on eBay it was like 40 quids. So thank you, but no thank you. I'd rather be using super glue. And of course I need to close the windows because you know how I dislike dealing with the insides of the car. It's just unnecessary job especially for Gaslands. So again, just diamond plating, and you see that I missed a little bit in here, but who cares? Yeah, and the back window, oh, maybe I'm gonna put this in here, on this window. I have this bit left, so why not? Yeah. And I have this triangular bit that was left, so maybe just on the door. And it's just, you create so many cut-offs and bits of trash doing plastic artwork that sometimes it is good to just look at what you have on your table and just pick it up and just stick it to your car. Yeah, there's no point of wasting it. And maybe I'm gonna cover with this the back window, maybe, because I have a fully open back window. And come on. Oh, this, just cut it a little bit shorter. It's gonna fit nicely there. Yeah. So yeah, that was my rant about the Amazon and eBay. Yeah. And yesterday I was searching AliExpress for toys, and by God, you know, they have some cheap stuff there that look extremely crappy, but for our hobby it can work. So I'm actually thinking about, you know, doing a small order in there to get some pieces in, which I will see, you know, like, I'm not a huge fan of AliExpress because, like, on one hand I order like plastic art from there, and I know that it's gonna take me about 2 months before it's gonna get to me. So, you know, I just set myself up for that, but I dislike those 2 months wait time. Alright. And do I want to cover more the driver's side window? Definitely. And the front window as well. So maybe this much for the front window, just to cover passenger side a little bit. And again, diamond plating, and I'm gonna be repeating that until it's gonna get stuck in my head properly. And in here, how much do I need to cut? Let's say this much. Let's see now. I need to cut off just a bit in here. Yep, this is gonna cover the driver's side. And you see, on one side I have a full plate, yeah, not covering the entire window. On the other side I have half a plate and then the other half. And I have still this little bit, yeah, and just why not just toss it on top of everything. Well, maybe just add a little bit of glue first. Come on. It's just gonna look like some sort of a patch job at the end of the day. Yeah, so do I want to do anything else? I have all of these pipes prepared, but I don't think that I'm gonna be using them. And the only issue I see is this little gap in here and the gap in here. So maybe just tiny bit of a green stuff to fix it up. And you know, with this little amount of green stuff, I don't always wait for this to dry, because it's gonna dry even under the layer of paint, especially if it isn't a detail that I want to be seen. It is just a filling. Yeah, so a green stuff. And again, you know, you need to mix it through until it is one unified color. If you don't know how to mix green stuff, I assume that most of you do. Yeah, and it's always good to actually wait with it for about 10 minutes, then it's gonna get a little bit more solid. But for little projects like that, you don't need to wait for it. So I have my silicone tools. I got them 2 years ago, I think. Prior to that, I have giant silicone tools, you know, like not really suitable for this kind of project. Yeah, but still, these ones are very stiff. You can buy white ones which are gonna be very soft. Yeah, but you know, for pushing stuff into gaps, this works perfectly. Come on. Right, one side of the gap filled up. Let's get the other one. I hope that I didn't get out of the screen like I always tend to do. Like this is a good kind of green stuffing for me, because I cannot leave really a fingerprint in that. Usually I mess up and you know I do something and then I squash it with my finger, and you know I have to redo it or live with the squashed piece. So yeah, my experiences with green stuff are not very good because I'm not that patient when it comes to it. Alright, and this is it when it comes to converting this car. Now I need to, well, cover some stuff in black. I'm gonna leave the original paint job as untouched as I can, and I'll be right back. Now that the car is finally dry, I can go and throw some metallic paint on it. Yeah, and what I want to do is just, you know, like always, just some light and heavier dry brush depending on the place. Yeah, the tracks in here, I definitely want to have a lot of metallic on it. Even on the bottom, usually I ignore the bottom of the car, but when it comes to those tracks, I just want them to be completely painted. So I wouldn't call it a dry brush, it's more of an overbrush, as I'm using somewhat wet brush. So yeah. And I'm actually in the viewer, so that's fine. I was thinking that I escaped again from there. So yeah, and this, you know, just a little bit of metallic, yeah, then I can use some Nuln oil, and of course, you know, all of the other pieces that I attached are gonna be metallic. I don't think about throwing any other colors really on that, besides some weathering, yeah, but the turret, I was thinking about painting it yellow, but then so many steps to get it to actually look yellow. So yeah, I decided against it. And you know, yellow / metallic, they're gonna look good. Oh, the back one started moving. Alright, so again, heavy brushing in here of the metallics. Okay, I forgot about this little slice. There it is. And you know, like all of those details that you add to the cars, it's, you know, just next texture really that helps with building up this idea that you have what the car's supposed to be. Like for me, I would probably call this one a speed tanker or something like that. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna be in the name of the video. So yeah, and that's the metallics done. It was very quick and very easy. And now I have to think what other colors I want to use, so I'll be right back. And finally I prepared a couple of colors in here. I have bleach bone, red, yellow and some brown. So I'm gonna use bleach bone and brown to weathering, and I'm gonna mix the red and yellow to create some sort of a rust effect. I could use a dry pigments for that, but we can equally well do it with just the paints. And it seems like this red have a little bit of green in it because it's turning into this kind of dirtier purple, but the yellow is very yellowish. So there we go, some sort of, yeah, it looks nice on the piece of paper. So let's just start doing this weathering a little bit. Like, I don't want this to be shown as being too rusty, so just really couple of places with some rust. Yeah, especially when I scrape the paint off. But I don't think that I need to go really deeply into it. Yeah, I think that that's enough rust. And you know, some people may want to go deeper, some people prefer less. This time I like the color that it is, so I don't want to completely change it. Yeah, I still gonna blast it with Nuln oil, which gonna darken the color, but for time being, this what I have in here is just, you know, perfect color for me. And now the browns, and you know, bleach bone, it turned out to be very runny. So yeah, it's gonna be more of a mud than sand. And you know, I didn't strip the paint in here. Yeah, I just thrown it. And I think that, you know, the track's gonna collect a lot of mud, if this is a mud. So I'm going with that. Just the brown is very strong comparing to this bleach bone that it's a nightmare to mix it when you have it in the dropper bottle, and it's even worse when you don't have it in the dropper bottle. So you know, it's a loss situation really. Bleach bone is one of those colors that really dislike. Everything, like I fight with this color constantly. You know, I have agitator added to that, and it is just separating, and then I have this watery globe, and then when I finish with this paint, there's gonna be probably a blob of paint on the bottom. So to counteract it, I actually ordered for myself last week the what do you call it, vortex mixer. Yeah, as I watched a couple of videos about it, and people were saying that, you know, vortex mixers really help the mixing game. So I'm really hoping that that's gonna be true for me. And now we have red. Yeah, so I have a lot of this, you know, put in here, but this is a jet engine, so why not just throw a red into the back. Yeah, and just give it a little bit of this, And then we have orange in here already done nicely, so I can mix it up, add a little bit of orangey yellow here, maybe even more yellow just on the tip, and then just a little bit of spill of this orangey yellow outside of the engine. And those engines didn't cast very well, yeah, like there is a missing part in here. I just sanded it to look similarly, but they didn't cast very well. The mold is okay, but every time I try to cast it, it's kind of, you know, screwing up. Well, I'm screwing up casting it. So yeah, it's okay mold, yeah. It's not fault of the Orimaru, because I did actually, I always make a Lego kind of squeezer when I'm making something out of Orimaru. So it was definitely squeezed properly, but just didn't work out. Okay, I need to dry it off, so I'll be right back, because I don't want you to listen to the hair dryer. Okay, drying was very quick, and now let's just go with the copious amount of Nuln oil all over the car. Yeah, I want the yellow to be a little bit tinted, and everything else can use Nuln oil as well. So, you know, it's gonna be, well, this is definitely too small of a brush for that. This one have a little bit longer bristle and can take more of the wash. So yeah, let's just sunk it into the Nuln oil. Yeah, this is gonna dirty up the original paint job, hide all of the little mistakes with the weathering and bigger mistakes with weathering, and generally just hide your mistakes. Yeah, especially my mistakes. And as well, this is a unifying kind of a coat for this car. Yeah, let's make him a tinted glass, and then here in the trucks, here and here. Yeah, and I think that this is done, so I'm gonna dry it off and then throw it on the spin table. And here we have it finished, my dirty little speed tanker, I guess. Yeah, it was a weird build. Like, I just decided to pick up the pieces from the discarded pieces from the previous project, and to be completely honest, I have a lot of fun building it. I didn't expect it to actually turn out this well. I was thinking it's gonna be more janky with all those tracks, but when I decided to not put them in the wheel wells, just put them outside, it actually turned the concept of the car completely into something different. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. I actually enjoy this build, and you know, it's very cool in my opinion right now. So if you like it, please, you know, do all this YouTube stuff, you know, rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if you can, yeah, family, grandmother, you know, uncle, you know, brother from another mother, whatever. You know, it's helping the channel a lot. Like, in last couple of weeks pretty much, I got, you know, quite substantial growth on the channel, and I want this to keep on going. So thank you all very much for joining me. Thank you very much for subscribing to me and for watching my videos and spending your time with me. Yeah, and this is it for today. So everyone, just have a lovely day. Take care.